So Goof is another one of my favorite speed games. To be honest, I always propose this and Aladdin because I barely need to derust them at all. I'm still a little bit. I derusted Hook a lot more. A bit more. Still have to make room for a lot of practice for Super 16. It still has priority. Yeah, here we're gonna play some Goof, and we're gonna play the Goofy category. So in case you know about it, some time ago I got a new world record on Max with an RNG manip route that I made. It took a while to get it right. It was quite an adventure. I haven't done so for Goofy, at least not yet. So it's going to be a plain old try to play the game fast and go through the RNG that the game throws at me without any control. We're good to start, I guess. Well, I guess I'm gonna start. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, Goof. In case you don't know this game, it's well, it's a little bit like Zelda meets Disney, sort of. It's a top-head view, and there's a lot of puzzles, like you're kicking blocks, using keys, planks, and things like that. In this game you can play 2 players, and I think the co-op speedrun and even the co-op playthrough is a really wonderful experience. One of the best, the very best on the Super Nintendo, I think. So if you have a friend, you want to discover this game with them, then yeah, go for it. Just play this game casually, co-op, it's a lot of fun. Okay, this guy went down. He sometimes did that, so I didn't need to push him with the hook shot. This is our first block puzzle, but the principle is very simple. When I kick a block, the block will not stop moving until it hits an obstacle, which can be another block, so some puzzles can be a bit tricky. Of course, you just need to learn the fastest solution. There's not much variance to it in the speedrun. I'm gonna do this. I always do that when I run this game for marathons, because it gives me an extra credit, and if the run really goes wrong, it can really save it. So yeah, I want to have a few save states still. Even though I have a lot of experience running this game, I will still take the save states. It costs barely a second, so I might as well go for it. So as I said, there's 2 characters you can play as. Goofy, which is the strong one, and Max, who is the fast one. And that's why running Max is a little bit more widespread. I guess that's what people do usually. Because it's a slightly faster speedrun overall, and there's a trick in the final level that can only be done with Max. But Goofy is also pretty interesting in its own right. It's really easier in some parts and harder in some other parts. Basically, as I'm going more slowly, it's harder to sneak past enemies. But boss fights are made a bit easier thanks to, well, having more strength. And every time oh my god, I'm gonna reset the room. That went really wrong. Okay. I'm going to take one of the fruits near the exit here. I did not expect to lose 1 life. That kind of sucks. So we're gonna have to make do. We'll have to do what we get. That's for that kind of thing that you always want to have the extra continue. Because this game will just do what it wants. Oh, nice! I got the last 2 with the bomb. That's cool. Yeah, that's why when I'm targeting one of the guys on the back row, I always try to aim a little bit left or right, so that if there's another guy that comes in the next hole, he will get hit too. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's always really cool. Okay, so in this level, there's going to be a few death warps. But unfortunately, as I lost a life in the previous level, I might not be able to do all of them. Well, definitely won't be, unless I'm really lucky. And I have a heart, so I'm gonna have to take a hit by this guy. And this one will kill me. Okay, no heart. I would definitely not go for this. Oh, I go for it. Okay, I have to continue. So you know what? Let's be ballsy. Let's do it. Let's go for this death route, death warp, because it saves like 5 seconds with Goofy. It's significant, and I want to be a bit. I want to put you guys on the edge of your seats. I have 0 lives. We have to continue. Just 1. I don't know. If it really goes south, I might not be able to complete the run. But you know what? I want to go for it. Oops. Okay, alright. I can bump them. That's what I call that. Pushing an enemy with the hook shots. I call that bumping them. Okay, that's just 1 cherry. I already have 1 heart, so there's no point in taking that. Because I'm about to lose the heart on purpose in the next in the room after this. Please kick this down. Thank you. Kick the other one right. Kick it right, please. This is really not lucky. Okay. Yeah, this. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna get take the hit. Here, this is another place where I would normally death warp. Oh, that's I won't. I hope I won't. Okay. Oh my god. We're living dangerously. Well, here is where I'm expected to have 0 lives, but not before. I survived somehow. Yeah, those are the parts which are harder with Goofy because it's harder to sneak past enemies. Yeah, this is one of those speed games that even if it doesn't go well, I always have fun with it. It can be very random, very punishing, but it's always kind of hilarious and fun. Cool, we have lives now. We're breathing a bit. Whew. No, not this way. Back up. I'm gonna get rid of one of those. You want to get rid of the 4 barrels so that the helping guys will come. Pretty good RNG so far. Really good RNG. Oh. Okay, try one more. Yeah, that was a decent fight. He did a lot of the nice pattern, which is he just comes forward and does the long fire thing. So he doesn't move, and his attacks are more predictable. That was pretty good. The level was awful, but at least the boss was nice. You can throw objects on the switches, which is not a very well-known thing if you're not a speedrunner of this game. So in the game there is a candle object that you can have in your inventory, and it will increase the light circle around you. So, I kind of have a decent knowledge of this game, so I don't need it. Getting rid of the heart here, because there's a good chance I should get one more here. Yeah, nice. Thank you. The drops are totally random, so I might not have got one. That would not have been too bad, but it's better to have some hearts. So this is one of the rooms where Goofy is a bit faster because he can kill the cannon in just 4 shots. The max would have needed 5. I always try to get really close to the holes. Okay. And sometimes I try to get away from the enemy and I just fall down. Bump. Oh, he's going forward all the way. I can go around without bumping him. Good. Nice. That reduces the number of bumps. Always saves a few frames. So here, the password obviously is nope. So there's a tiny strat where you can just kill yourself in the hole after the E, and then you restart and finish with the N and get the key. It saves like 10 frames, but you have to give up on one life and the hearts are probably not worth it. Okay, I'm gonna take the hit here. Oh, yeah. The green guy went away, so I could not damage boost through both of them. And still needed to bump in, but it's fine. Just a smooth thing. Okay. We did the double suicide room. Wow, one more life, cool. Yeah, we're doing pretty fine in the number of lives department. And a heart. What more can I ask? It almost looks like you could maybe skip through the little hole. It's just like one tile wide, but you can't. I really tried. Even with max. Here the strat is to try to have them shoot one another. So the first one I damaged it 3 times. Now I'm going to finish off this one. 4 and 4. That's the strategy. For one player. Ooh, I have a heart, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have to use it. That's even better. Okay, third boss is one of the most complex ones, and also one of the most carnage-dependent ones. We have 2 skeletons, and they attack a bit differently. The major strategy for one player is to try to focus on the blue one, because he only throws bones 2 at a time, and that's usually not great. You prefer to just have the 3 from the red guy. Just 1 away. 1, 2, 3. 4. After 5, he might do the head thing, right? That's bad. He could do it again. 7, please. Of course. Yeah, that was a bad situation. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. He might do it again. Come on. Okay, thank you. That was a mistake. I didn't get the worst possible luck, so that's fine. $4.29 is still kind of a bad time, but... Oops. We have a heart, so this is good because I'll probably have to use it in the next room. To go through an enemy, go through this frog. Okay, he did move out of the way, but the other one did not move. Ooh, okay. Alright. That was kind of weird. You have to really pay attention to the whole screen in there. Because everything can throw stuff at you. Oh my god! He replied before I did. Please die, thank you. Playing with the jesters can be a lot of fun. So this is a room which is icy, so I'm sliding all over the place. You just have to press all the switches fast enough. Okay, good. Just wanted to clear one of the paths. Move out of the way, but not the second one. Just make sure that nobody's throwing anything at me. And this is the part of the game where there's a bifurcation. I could either go up or right. And in the speedrun, you always want to go up, it's lots faster. But as a kid, when I played, I always took the other path because I could not figure out the answer to this puzzle. Kind kind of a difficult puzzle. Well, it's not that hard now that I'm an adult, but back then it was a bit much. You're kidding me. Yeah, the other path is a lot harder for a speedrun. There's a lot more random stuff also. It's really unforgiving. Okay, this is another puzzle that can be ruined by the opponent, so yeah, that's one of the main strategies. If he tries to follow me right at the start, or really next to the start, I can race him to one of the blocks and kick the block to him. He will die, but he does not mess up with the rest of the puzzle. Okay, so those guys barrels, and we're good to go. We have hearts, which is always a good thing for the next room. I have only 2 lives, so if I can help it, I will not take the death mark. Yeah, okay. Wouldn't really make sense anyway with what he's doing. Yeah, it's better to just do this. Yeah, the usual strat is to death warp on the red guy, so you come back to the left side and go do the last switch. Just saves like 1 second, but if you have hearts and he's throwing fire, you have to burn through your heart first and go through the animation of being burnt, which takes some seconds. So it probably wasn't worth it. So it was the right call not to go for it. Okay, another really hard room for this game, because it's very random. What is this guy doing? Okay, nice. Yeah, this is one of the worst rooms. At least it used to be back when I was a beginner at this game. It was before I had the strat of bumping the third guy at the front. Because that doesn't make the thing consistent at all, but it makes it more consistent. You are less susceptible to getting really bad luck. Because you're always almost certain to be able to kick a block to the 2 guys on the right, and then you have to kind of play by ear for the other 2 guys. Okay, let's see if we can attract them, lure them to the corner. Good, 3 of them. Nice. Die. Yeah. Okay, and this room is much easier with goofing because you can kill everybody with 1 hit. With Max, it's a lot more painful because yeah, all the enemies take 2 hits. So yeah, it's a lot more time consuming, especially if you're not doing the RNG magic. Okay, so this boss is a pretty slow boss. I'm not gonna lie, it's by far the slowest boss in this game. There's 2 rumblers that I have to kill, and I can only hit them on the head with the stalactites that fall in between every phase. And I can only keep 1 of them. If you're playing the game co-op, then you can keep 2 of them and damage both of them at the same time. So now there's only 1 of them getting out each time, but after that both of them will come out. But I can only damage 1. So the strategy for this, for 1 player, is to try to even out the damage that I deal to each of them. Because the more damage they take, the faster they go. And I don't want to end up with one of them being really slow and the other one being really fast, because that would make the boss overall really slow. It's just as fast as the slowest one. So that's why I hit the purple one. Now they're even, so it doesn't matter which one I hit. However, it's a very small optimization. This boss is going to depend a lot more on just luck. Because if they go sideways, if they go horizontally, it's going to be a bit slower than if they go vertically, and that's just an RNG choice. You can't help that. There's also the fact that you can hit them early or not. Because I always stand here, so I have a pretty clean shot at all the situations. But sometimes, depending on where they come out from, I may or may not have to wait a second or 2 before I can have a clean shot. So yeah, it's mostly depends on that. There. Ooh, that was almost too long. Final hit. Okay, we're one level away from the end. Yeah, 6-11, that's not too bad. Yeah, there's tons of enemies, so I'm gonna get rid of most of them. Which is easier to do with Goofy. Yeah, there's another important difference between Goofy and Max. Goofy does not lose time. His speed is not reduced when he's holding an object. If I'm carrying a barrel or a pot, whatever, I still walk at the same speed. But when Max carries something, he walks a lot slower. I'm going to cheat a bit because you can kick this block from an empty square and save some time instead of having to go around. Nice, I didn't get killed. It's really not guaranteed with Goofy. And so this is an easy room, but the next one is arguably the worst room in the entire game. It's very, very random based. I'm gonna have to lure these guys in front of— oh my god, that was good! In front of the cannons. The green guy got killed just by himself, without really me helping it, so that's great. It doesn't always work like that, so it was pretty wonderful. I'm taking it. Woo! Crap. Okay, let's kill them. Yeah, that didn't go well. That's okay. I'm using this. Oh, can I kill the— yeah, nice! Okay, that was one cycle. I could have taken the death to come back to the entrance even earlier, but yeah. I only have one life, so I don't want to push it too far. But I was lucky there, because the bell attracts everybody except for the red fat guy. He just does whatever he wants. He doesn't care about the bell. But it just so happened that he hung out near the left side, and I could hit him without having to go on the platform, which helps, which is faster. So it was pretty good luck then. I'm going to use the hookshot to get these projectiles and hit the two targets. And I'm going to go back to solve a little block puzzle to get the key. There's several routes possible through this level, well, basically two routes, but we know for a long time now that this one is the fastest. You could get other hookshots and get this key at a different moment, but yeah, the other route is just slower. Now we have the key. So if you're familiar with the run with Max, I would skip this room. Because with Max you can do a trick where you go over a hole and you completely skip needing an extra hookshot. So you totally skip this room. Unfortunately, it's not possible to do this trick with Goofy because he's not fast enough. So I have to do this room. The idea is that I needed to lure a guard on the switch so I can get in and get a hookshot. Yeah, the key is always needed, but that hookshot is only for Goofy. Just move diagonally and you will not fall. Ah, I took a hit. That's okay, but it's a little bit scary. Hopefully I will get a fruit before the final boss, that would be nice. Yeah, I still have my continue, so I'm not too scared. But you never know. It's Goof Troop. It can always go south very quickly. And now the arrow platform. So this is another bit of RNG. RNG will just do what it wants. The strategy that we have though for one player is come on, dude. Okay, is that I can hang out on the bottom row, and I'm guaranteed that with any configuration of the arrow platform, either the bottom left or the bottom right tile is going to have either an up or a right arrow. So that's good. I'm certain to always be able to make progress, but at the end I have to go on other tiles to exit the platform, which might be bad. It's not fast enough. Here we have 0 lives, but I took the hearts. Zero lives but a heart. That's gonna make the boss a bit challenging because we don't have much room for error. And this is probably a puzzle that wasn't easy to solve as a kid. But there's several answers to it. That answer was, I think, the fastest one. It was routed a long time ago. Okay, oh, that was really unlucky. Anyway, final boss time. I just have one heart, so hopefully it will go well. Yeah, 4, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, he goes on the platform, right? Unfortunately, I don't have a bomb to cancel that movement. Come on, short tornado. Oh no. Yeah, when he comes down from the platforms, if you stay on the middle horizontal line, you can... Ah, it's still not. You can't force a short tornado, which is the fastest way to get bombs. But it doesn't always happen. Twice in a row it didn't happen, so that's pretty bad luck. Okay, 7. He needs 12 hits with Goofy and 14 with Max. At least he didn't call his minions. That's not bad already, actually. A bit slow, but... 8. Now, alright, please. Short tornado. Yes. 10, 11. Oh. Well, good! That was pretty good RNG. Well, it was not terrible. It was decent. 25 minutes. Okay. I can live with that. With a really bad level 2 and not so great bosses, but I guess 25 is decent. Yeah, I could have got the 1-up in the treasure room, indeed. I tend to not think about that life. I always forget that it's there. Yeah, it was a pretty clutch finish. It was pretty good. 25 minutes. That's decent for this category. Yeah, what's what record? It's like a high 23. Yeah, 23.40 something by Narty. I have to get back at something. But yes, we have other priorities for now. Yeah, someday I want to route a complete RNG managed route for Goofy. Assuming that's even possible, because it might not be. But it might not be possible all the way to the end.